Basically, my body just doesn't produce cortisol, so my way of getting energy and getting through the day is by my green tea.
Navigating the world with chronic Lyme disease. With service dog Sonoma by my side. Determined to make the best out of each day. And raise awareness. This is me. And this is Chronically Cassidy.
People who know me really well, or they don't even have to know me really well, people who know me in general know that I love to drink green tea. And it's not just like I drink a cup a day. This is 24 ounces. What is it? A Tervis cup. And I drink about like 4 of these of green tea a day. It's about 2 like regular mugs worth of green tea. And in the beginning, it was just because I really liked green tea and I really liked how it tasted. And that started when I was like 15. I started drinking green tea, and then all the health benefits, because I'm so into things being healthy. There's the antioxidants, the anti-cancer properties, the antimicrobial, all the tons of great things helping your metabolism that green tea does that made me want to drink green tea. But honestly, I just love green tea. But really, I found out like a week ago, not even, maybe a week ago, that the reason I'm getting through the day is literally because of the green tea, and there's blood work that proves it. My cortisol levels are not normal at all. I've done several cortisol tests where you spit into like little paper things and then you just put them in tubes and send them off at certain times during the day. And your cortisol is supposed to start like, let's say here when you wake up, and then it's supposed to go up a little bit because you get a little more energy, and then throughout the day it should taper down, so then you're tired and you go to bed. And mine was the complete opposite. It was like 0 when I woke up, and then it was like and then it flew up at 2 in the morning, and that's when I had a ton of energy. And so basically my cortisol levels were reversed. We just redid the test recently within the last month. No, maybe a little more, I don't know, recently. And I've looked up several cortisol charts where your cortisol should be like 10, and then go down to 5, and then go down to 3 at the end of the day, and things like that, or even 1. And my cortisol is 0.03 all day long. Actually, in the morning, the first one they recorded was under detectable limits, and then it was 0.03, so 300ths was my cortisol level. It's crazy. My adrenals are just not functioning right. They're not producing cortisol for whatever reason, whatever infection is causing this. I don't know exactly which one relates to it more. It's so confusing. But that's why I'm so exhausted and I really can't wake up in the morning, is because my cortisol levels are not there, and I literally have to drink 2 cups of green tea, regular green tea, so it's not decaffeinated, to get through the day. And when I had to do the, I call it like the spit test, because it's a saliva test, I had to not have caffeine because it could change the results of the test. So that was the first day in like 5 years, besides when I was in the hospital and couldn't eat or drink. Forgot about that. that I did not have green tea for a full 24 hours. And I swear, if you go back and watch a million videos that I have on here, there is tea in the background, there's tea with me in the hospital. It's like always green tea, or I do make different things, but I love green tea, and I never realized that it's really because my body can't function without it. To help with this, the naturopath is giving me some adrenal support, is the basic way I can put it. But gosh, it is so darn complicated that she was like talking and saying it's gonna do this and rebuild this, and then it's gonna be able to help make that, and I'm looking at her going, oh yeah, I totally know what you're talking about. And we just burst out laughing because I was being totally sarcastic because she was talking completely scientific. Looking at Sonoma, he's sleeping over there. And over my head, and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna be taking some things to help my cortisol, which is not there, and then maybe eventually, I don't know how long this process takes, I could go through a day without having to drink green tea. Now, that doesn't take away my immense love for green tea, because it is very strong. I just love how it tastes. I love green tea. Just some people love coffee, some people love milk. Kira, that's it for you. You love milk. Whatever, but I guess when we do cortisol tests again and we see if they start going how they should be, like morning, little after morning, and throughout the day, then I won't have to drink green tea as like, this is like my medicine. I'm like, prescribe me 4 of these a day and I can get through the day except for the morning. Something that I just thought that I loved is actually a reason for how I'm making it through the day, and that I couldn't make it through the day without it. Because when I had to go without it for a day for the test, I was in bed all day and I couldn't move. So it was like, holy cow, like this tea really makes a difference. My adrenals and my brain are, from Reiki testing, the big priorities right now. I will try to do a video on Reiki. That would be pretty difficult because it is so complicated. I don't even know how to explain it. I could talk about my experience with it because that's really all I could share. I really don't know how it works, and that's a lot to learn to make a video about. But it's a type of like alternative practice, so to speak, that I've been doing and that my friend Kira also does. And we will both swear that it does work and do something, because you can tell after a Reiki session that like something has changed in your body. So if you're interested, you can go look up Reiki. That was a really weird thing, and I think that maybe one of the reasons why I love green tea so much is because my body can't make the cortisol that it needs, so it's trying to get like a fake cortisol from a different choice, so my body craves the green tea. Now, I don't know if that's scientifically correct, but that's what my mind was kind of putting together in a way that my body physically needs this to get through the day. It was just weird to see that my blood work was so off. 0.03 versus 10 is humongous. So maybe that's why I love green tea so much. Maybe. Because that's the time I started getting more sick, when I was 15. I was sick before then, but you know, things just got worse and worse. So I don't really know if that's a connection that's like worth looking into, or if it's just my taste buds. But that's a little bit on adrenals, cortisol, and my favorite green tea. And I'm wearing like this shirt. Lyme disease ticks me off. My mom designed the actual character here, like the Lyme guy with a green ribbon, and then it says support Lyme disease awareness. We made these like 2 years ago, and I'm still sporting, you can't see it, but green hair tie, green, lime green on my shorts, and my mom wore a Global Lyme Alliance t-shirt today to gymnastics, and I got to go coach, which was a lot of fun. And then basically the rest of the day was hanging out with Sonoma and having my tea and resting a lot. So this is basically a short video of my strange cortisol levels, to be continued in the future once we figure out some more to do with that, and the connection to green tea that I love so much that I thought was just kind of a crazy thing that I love, and that people know that Cassie's never without her green tea or don't leave without green tea. I'm very excited for more things to come out for Lyme Disease Awareness Month. I guess this video shows that Lyme disease affects your adrenal gland, because mine is not functioning properly. And it affects your cortisol levels. It can't affect. It differs for everyone. I hope each day you're learning a little bit more about Lyme disease and a little bit more about my experiences with Lyme and what it's like to go into my life and see what Lyme disease is about and what it's like to have a service dog. So, cheers to that.